The Big Bang Theory is notable for its characters' obsession with all things nerdy in pop culture and their commitment to meeting the icons they love. As a result, the show has featured countless cameos from fan-favorite veteran actors. Sadly, we've already lost too many of these stars. Actor Carol Ann Susie may never have actually appeared on screen in The Big Bang Theory, but over 39 episodes, viewers came to love her as the voice of Howard Wolowitz's overbearing mother.
Howard! What are you doing in there?
I'm taking a bath!
I hope that's all you're doing! We share that tub!
Susie's career spanned 4 decades and over 80 acting credits. She appeared in various films and on popular TV shows including Seinfeld, ER, and That 70s Show. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Susie died of cancer-related complications in 2014. She was 62. Following her passing, fans speculated that castmate Melissa Rauch might take over voicing Mrs. Wolowitz because of her spot-on impression. However, showrunner Steve Malaro told The Hollywood Reporter, "I don't think any of us could bring ourselves to do it." Ultimately, Susie's death was written into the show, with characters gathering to mourn Mrs. Wolowitz after Howard reveals his mother died in her sleep. The episode ends with a toast to Mrs. Wolowitz, whom Leonard honors as a loving mother to them all. Casting agent turned actor Jane Galloway Heights had a small but memorable role in Season 2's The Friendship Algorithm. She appeared as Mildred, a woman waiting in line beside Sheldon at a bookstore. Sheldon has been struggling to befriend a colleague and decides to practice by striking up a conversation with Mildred about the book she's holding, coping with the death of a loved one. However, like most of Sheldon's social interactions in the early seasons of The Big Bang Theory, it doesn't go well.
Family or friend?
Family.
Too bad. If it had been a friend, I'm available to fill the void.
Galloway Heights might not have been the most well-known actor on The Big Bang Theory, but she'd had a lengthy career playing minor characters in other popular shows like Grey's Anatomy, Prison Break, and Glee. Before pursuing an acting career, she ran a successful casting agency in Chicago, helping Office alum Steve Carell and Modern Family's Eric Stonestreet get their starts. Galloway Heights died of congestive heart failure in 2019 per The Hollywood Reporter. She was 78 years old. Actor Adam West, best known for playing Batman in the 1960s ABC series of the same name, guest starred in a standalone episode of The Big Bang Theory. In the 200th episode of the series, The Celebration Experimentation, the gang celebrates Sheldon's 36th birthday. Stuck for ideas for a suitable gift, Leonard, Howard, and Raj decide to track down West and bring him to the party. In true Big Bang Theory fashion, they get into a heated argument with West over who the best Batman actor is.
Oh, please. Even my poodles know Belle's overrated.
Leonard hopes West's appearance at the party will make up for an unpleasant experience Sheldon had as a kid. However, it doesn't quite go to plan when West accidentally says, "Happy birthday, Sherman." Ultimately, West wishes him a proper happy birthday and jokes that he's available for other events. This line is a nod to West's struggle to find work after being typecast as Batman. However, the actor eventually found success as a voice actor on Family Guy, playing the mayor of Quahog. In 2017, West died of leukemia complications while surrounded by his loved ones, according to The Hollywood Reporter. He was 88. Emmy-winning actor Jessica Walter may not have had the same sci-fi background as other actors on the show, but the Arrested Development star held her own as wealthy benefactor Mrs. Latham. In Season 4's The Benefactor Factor, Mrs. Latham promises to donate to Leonard's department for the price of his company on a few dates. The episode leaves viewers in the dark about the extent of their relationship, but Leonard does get his funding. Walter's Big Bang Theory appearance was just one of the many credits she collected over a prolific 6-decade career. She won an Emmy in 1975 for her role in Amy Prentice, received Golden Globe nominations for the films Play Misty for Me and Grand Prix, and appeared in numerous Broadway productions. In recent years, she was known for Arrested Development and for voicing Mallory on Archer. Walter died in her sleep on March 24, 2021, according to The Hollywood Reporter. She was 80 years old. Walter's daughter, Brooke Bowman, shared a statement, saying, "My mom's greatest pleasure was bringing joy to others through her storytelling both on screen and off. While her legacy will live on through her body of work, she will also be remembered by many for her wit, class, and overall joie de vivre." Comic books play a huge part in the lives of the characters on The Big Bang Theory, so it was only a matter of time before comic book legend Stan Lee had a cameo on the show. In the Excelsior acquisition, Sheldon's plans to meet Lee at a comic book store signing are cut short when he's summoned to court for a traffic violation. To make it up to him, his friend Penny takes Sheldon to Lee's house, where Lee, unsurprisingly, doesn't welcome their uninvited arrival. The Marvel Comics co-creator files a restraining order against Sheldon, but Sheldon doesn't seem to mind. He's just happy to have finally gotten his hero's signature. During his career, Lee had cameos in many films and TV shows, most notably those within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Lee explained to the Los Angeles Daily News that performing cameos helped him achieve a childhood dream. "When I was a kid, I thought, oh, it'd be great to be like Errol Flynn. I want to be an actor, so I do my cameo. For that brief period, I'm an actor." In 2018, Lee died of cardiac arrest due to respiratory and heart failure, the blast confirmed. He was 95. It's no secret that the Big Bang Theory crew loves Star Trek. When they're not discussing the franchise's best moments, they're busy ranking their favorite actors. For Sheldon, the answer is always Leonard Nimoy, who originated the iconic half-Vulcan character Spock. Sheldon owns not one but 2 Nimoy signatures, a used signed napkin gifted to him by Penny, and a restraining order to match the one from Stan Lee. So it's surprising that Nimoy himself doesn't make an appearance on The Big Bang Theory until the Season 5 episode The Transporter Malfunction, if only in voice. The episode centers on Sheldon and Leonard's new Star Trek transporter toys, which they plan to keep unopened in their packages. But after Nimoy appears as the toy figure in Sheldon's dream, Sheldon opens his package and breaks his transporter immediately. He initially switches his broken toy out with Leonard's, but ultimately, Toy Spock helps him do the right thing. Sadly, Nimoy didn't get the chance to make another appearance on the show before his death in 2015. Per the New York Times, he died of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease at the age of 83. British physicist Stephen Hawking made numerous appearances on The Big Bang Theory between 2012 and 2017. In his first episode, Season 5's The Hawking Excitation, Sheldon is thrilled to learn that his friend Howard has been asked to work on Hawking's wheelchair equipment. Howard promises Sheldon an introduction so long as he completes a series of demeaning tasks. Sheldon performs flawlessly and is rewarded at the end with an introduction to his hero. Unlike Stan Lee and Leonard Nimoy, Hawking does not take out a restraining order against Sheldon. Over Hawking's 7 guest appearances on the show, he and Sheldon form a close friendship, with Sheldon even calling Hawking to get his blessing before proposing to his girlfriend Amy. Given their close bond, it's highly possible that Hawking may have been asked to appear in the 2018 wedding episode, The Bowtie Excitation. However, Hawking died in 2018 at age 76, BBC News reported. The physicist had been diagnosed with a rare motor neuron disease at age 22 and was not expected to live more than a few years. Hawking, of course, defied that prognosis, but was confined to a wheelchair for the rest of his life and needed to use a voice synthesizer in order to speak. In 2014, Star Wars fans were treated to not 1 but 2 guest appearances in the Big Bang Theory episode The Convention Conundrum. After a bit of stalking and refusing to take no for an answer, Sheldon finds himself hanging out with James Earl Jones, the actor known for voicing Darth Vader. The pair partake in some questionable karaoke before pranking actress Carrie Fisher, who played Princess Leia, with a game of Ding Dong Ditch. In a short but entertaining cameo, she runs out of her house with a baseball bat, shouting about Jones's constant pranks.
It's not funny anymore, James!
Then why am I laughing?
Fisher died in December 2016. According to Us Weekly, her death came 4 days after she suffered a heart attack while on a flight from London to Los Angeles. Tragically, her mother, Debbie Reynolds, suffered a stroke and died a day later. They are survived by Fisher's daughter, Billie Lourd. At the time of her death, Fisher had reprised her role as Princess Leia in the latest Star Wars trilogy, beginning with Star Wars The Force Awakens and continuing with Star Wars The Last Jedi. After her passing, Leia's death was written into the third movie, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, using previously unseen footage. Director J.J. Abrams explained to Vanity Fair, "We looked at the footage we had not used in The Force Awakens, and we realized we had a number of shots that we could actually use. It was a bit like having a dozen pieces of a jigsaw puzzle and then having to make other pieces around it and paint a cohesive image from these separate pieces." The film ends with Leia appearing alongside Luke as a Force ghost. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.